morning and welcome back to In Session. I'm Sunny Hostin in for Vinnie Politan. We've had several doctors testify in the Oregon versus Beagley trial, but none of them have done what Dr. David Vanderstein is about to do. Let's go back inside the courtroom.
Joining us now, In Session contributor Sonny Hostin. He says the standard for stopping people is high, and police are not just able to stop someone if they think they're an illegal immigrant.
Well, listen, that's nonsense. This is basically legalized racial profiling. Reasonable suspicion means that you have a reasonable suspicion that someone has either committed a crime or is about to commit a crime. I'm a former federal prosecutor, as our viewers know, and as you know, and I've always believed in the law. My parents instilled that in me. And when I hear that a law is being passed whose sort of intellectual predicate is based on fear, it's based on hate, it embarrasses me because it bastardizes our law.
Sonny Hostin of In Session on True TV joins me from New York.
I think the question on everyone's mind, Tony, is was it really worth the wait? 6 years of legal wrangling, 2 years, as you mentioned, just to negotiate this settlement. And in order for this really to work, 100% of the plaintiffs have to agree to participate in it. The issue here is everybody knows that waterboarding is torture, and that was an approved policy. And as far as torture, everyone knows that, and that was the policy under the Bush administration. Why don't we talk about that?
One at a time. Orthopedic surgeon Emmanuel Hostin is the husband of CNN legal contributor Sonny Hostin. What's been the personal toll of this earthquake on your family?
Well, it's been very difficult. As many know, we lost several members of our family in Haiti. Some made it, some did not. And so, you know, we've been, along with, I think, most of the country, really watching CNN, calling back home and trying to reach our relatives. And it's been, you know, a tragedy of catastrophic proportions, and it's been a very personal one for us.
Why is life planning so important?
Well, it is really important because you don't want the state to deal with your property and your finances and what your children will get. You want to be able to plan that during your life. And as you mentioned, no one wants to deal with the D word, which is why I like to call it life planning.
Sonny Hostin found another way to stay in shape. Oh, yeah. And she's doing it live. Look at Sonny. Oh, my. Dr. Gupta is going to tell us why this type of exercise is actually very good for your health.
This is our legal analyst, isn't it?
Let's talk to Carlos Diaz. He's a syndicated radio host and celebrity journalist, and he joins us now from Los Angeles. Hello, Carlos.
Sonny, now when you said Lindsay's going to be in court next week, did you give it one of these? Did you get a little fingers crossed there?
Exactly, because, I mean, I feel like she has 9 lives. I mean, she used this, you know, I lost my passport, the dog ate my passport excuse, and now she has a temporary passport and is allegedly going to show up to court on Monday. We've heard Jim Robinson, a former Justice Department official. Nelson Mandela was on the list. Ted Kennedy, Cat Stevens. One of the more egregious examples that we've heard of is a gentleman by the name of Akifur Rahman, computer software design owner, Muslim descent, born here in the United States, has been detained 4 times over the span of approximately 1 year. One time, Kieran, with his 2 young children and his wife, a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, for 6 hours. So this is affecting many, many people.
American Morning legal analyst Sonny Hostin is covering all sides of this unprecedented case.
A dream that became a nightmare for 10 nurses recruited from the Philippines. Now all of them face criminal charges after resigning from a Long Island nursing home.
What exactly are the nurses being charged with?
Endangering the welfare of a child and endangering the welfare of a physically disabled person.
What do you say to folks that say, well, actually, it's Avalon's fault?
There was no critical reason why the nurses needed to resign without notice.
American Morning's legal analyst Sonny Hostin is here with her pet egg. Here's
not my pet egg.
Here's our
borrowed
household
the pet egg.
Well, this one came from our household, so cheers.
Some people love them, some people hate them. It's just everywhere.
So what's the deal with these the people in the commercial?
They are saying that they were duped. It's pretty clear it's about money. It's about compensation because this thing is big. Verbal contracts, though, John and Karen, are binding in many, many states. But the problem is you've got to prove that it existed. How do you prove it? The takeaway, I think, is get it in writing. She took the ring and she didn't give it back. But I think Stephen is very, very lucky because it really depends on which state you're in. Some states think, you know, if you're the person that was the dumpee, you get to keep the ring. However, in Texas, since she broke it off, she has to return the ring. So, Stephen, go get an attorney, get your money back.